Hello again, welcome back. Why do I feel so odd in my intros? I don't get it. I don't know. So, today's video is going to be about a man who felt like he was entitled to the best before everybody else in my hotel. And then I had one visit. So the other day I was working and this gentleman calls me on the phone and he already reserved a room. He did it through his app and the room was chose for him. I think that he has to choose the room. I am not 100% sure about that. I don't know if the app on the phone does it for him, but I've had guests say they chose their own room. He calls. The thing he says is, "I'm a Diamond member." And when I know they do that, they feel entitled. I feel like it's going to be a difficult conversation. He says, "I'm a Diamond member. The app chose my room for me and I don't like it." I'm sitting there thinking, what is it about his room he doesn't like? I don't understand. Because he can't see the room. He can see a picture of it and they all look the same. Except the beds, double queen, king, and then the size. I said, and I had maybe 7 guests on the list and they were all assigned rooms because when I start my shift or before, depending on the first shift person, they can already pre-assign all the rooms and then do keys for them. Or when I come on, I assign keys to all the rooms, assign all the guest rooms. But I do know for a fact that when I come in, there is a few guests that already have rooms, which means they did it through their app and they chose the room. So anyway, I said, "Sir," and I said it nicely. I said, "Sir, I can't change your room because if I did that, I would be changing rooms all day for everybody and remaking keys." And the reason being is because everybody has a different amount of days on the keys. For instance, guest 1 is there for 2 days. Guest 2 comes in, he has 3 days on his keys. So if I swapped rooms, I would have to make that key for the 3rd day because the key would go out on the 2nd day. So anyway, I told him that. I said, it would cause problems if I did that every time a Diamond member called. And then I said, and I was looking, I said, there's other Diamond members also. So I can't change you. Why not? Nobody knows what room they have. I said, that doesn't matter. I said, it's the issue of remaking keys for everybody. I said, it becomes a lot of tasks to do. And then he just kept going and we kept getting disconnected. So he called a total of 4 times. And each time I had to repeat what I said. And then he kept saying, he acted like a child, but I don't understand. But I don't understand why you can't do it. And I kept telling him, "Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not going to swap your rooms." "Well, can I talk to your manager?" Well, we are told at the front desk in the hotel that since we're the only one there, we are the current manager. We don't really have the title, but we have that authority. So anyway, he goes, "Can I talk to your manager?" I said, "Sir, I'm the manager on duty right now." He goes, "Oh." And he goes, "Well, I don't think it's right, blah, blah, blah." And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, but you're not the one working here and going through all these things. So he hangs up on me and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. This is going to be a troublemaker. 5 minutes later, the Diamond member hotline or whatever called and he complained to me about me. And so the guy from the Diamond member hotline thing was like, can we not do this for him? And I said, you know what? Because at that point, I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'll do it. And I said, well, he's on the bottom floor. If I give him an upper floor, there's no elevator service. So he said, well, we got disconnected. Let me call him back or wait for him to call me back and I'll tell him that. Actually, I was doing the guy a favor, if you want to think about it, because a lot of people on the 2nd floor, when they find out the elevator doesn't work, they want to go to the bottom. When the Diamond member hotline calls back and said, so-and-so said that he wants to go ahead and move to upper floor, which I knew that was going to happen because he wanted to be difficult. So I did. So he checks in digitally, which means the key you use to scan on the doors, he didn't use that. He used it through his phone. So he didn't come to the desk or anything. And he uses his phone to get in the room. And I seen when he did it. And he goes up the stairs that's not visible for me to see that he came in. And he was there maybe 4 hours, and he comes down to the desk. And I can tell by his body language who he was. He comes in and he's like acting like he's a hot shot. And he had glasses, and he takes them off and he puts them on the counter, and he said, "So I'm in room 202. And I knew immediately that was a confirmation, because I knew what room he was in, because I gave him that room. And he goes, "I'm a Diamond member." I'm like, here we go again. We're supposed to get waters and a snack, and I didn't come down to get my keys, so I didn't get my waters. And I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. So I get his waters and stuff, and I come back, and he goes, "I am blah, blah, blah." I said, "I know exactly who you are." He goes, "Well, we talked on the phone," and he goes, "I want to know." I said, "Sir," I interrupted him. I said, "I don't want to talk about it with you. I apologize. You don't want to talk about it. Why?" I said, "Because you're a very combative person, and I don't want to argue with you about that point any longer. Have a great night." He goes, "Well, I'll just talk to your manager then." I said, "Well, go for it." I'm like, do it. In my head, I'm like, do it. I don't care. I don't care. So then he walks off, and he goes, "Fine." And I'm like, oh my God, he acts just like a kid. Fine. So anyway, the next morning, I go up to one of my managers, and I said, "Was I complained on at all?" "No." "Why?" And we got interrupted, and I didn't explain to him why. But no, he didn't complain on me, and he checked out the next day. So I'm like, okay, well, he still could have complained on me, because I was down there before noon, I think, and checkout time is noon. I am so tired of these entitled people. I mean, do they not stop and think that when they're asking for things like that, it's creating extra work for somebody? You don't pay to be a Diamond member. How you become a Diamond member is you just go to hotels a lot for work, for pleasure, or whatever. And that builds up all the way up to the top tier. You don't pay for it. You kind of do when you rent rooms, but you're not paying for that entitlement, you know? So that irritates me. And every time I get a phone call, "I'm a Diamond member," and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's my entitled story for today and my visit last night. Some of these visits confuse me. They are so confusing. I woke up, my body was vibrating. And I'm laying there awake with my eyes closed thinking, okay, they're either here and I feel their vibrations, or they're working on my body, one or the other. And so I lay there for a while and I'm feeling it. And then I open my eyes and I can see beings in the white TV static. You know, and it's faint. It's not like so, how would I say it? So bright and white and staticky. It's just light where you could see movement in the room. And there was haze, of course. And mind you, I'm still having a difficult time in my life right now. And I'm like, you know, tell me what's going on now. And I've been saying that for a while. And I kind of just, you know, I'm tired of it. So anyway, I sit up in bed and I hold out my hand, because I just need that confirmation. Hey, we're here, you know, don't give up on us, kind of thing. Well, I didn't feel anything. And I didn't wait long enough, and I lay back down. And I'm just like, you know, just go back to sleep. And I open my eyes again, and there's this being. It was so weird. I'm like, what? It was very short. And it looked like it had glasses. Now, mind you, this is the second time I've seen a being with, no, third time that I've seen a being with lenses. Okay, if you pass, you die, and you pass over, cross over, however you want to word it. You don't need glasses. Why would you need glasses? I don't know. Maybe it's for a confirmation of, for instance, your grandma wore glasses all the time, and that's all you knew her of. You know, you were born, she had glasses on. You grew up, she always had glasses. She dies, she comes to you, she sees you in the glasses. Oh, that's grandma, kind of thing. I don't know a lot of people that have glasses, and this being was really short, maybe 4 foot tall. It's looking at me like it was coming to me, and I'm sitting there looking at it like, okay, I don't recognize you. And then it stops and it looks away from me, And I can hear a voice faintly say, it was what, or huh, or something like that. And then, and you can see the face moving, you know, when somebody talks, their head moves too. Well, then it said, okay. And I'm like, is that the TV? Because my TV was on. But I heard this over the TV, and I'm sitting there thinking, what? That's the first time I heard any of them talking out loud. And I'm like, what's going on? What is that? And then it turns, and then I don't know if I fell back to sleep. They put me to sleep. I don't know, but that's all I remember. I don't know who that being was. I don't know if it was extraterrestrial or a human soul or what. Now, mind you, keep in mind that not all souls are alike, because I have seen humans, I have seen extraterrestrials, and they are shaped like an extraterrestrial. Like the one that was working on my foot that had the real big upside down crescent head. You know, I've seen extraterrestrials. I've seen little 3-foot ones, and I've seen some big fat ones that looked like it had warts all over it, and it was squished in a chair coming at me. So no, not all of them are like human. So I don't know who this being was, but there were taller beings walking around, and I don't know what they were doing. But I'm so frustrated because I want answers. I want to know, hey, what's going on, you know? Why are you coming to see me now? Or why am I just seeing you now? What is my path in this life? Well, you know, what? I think this video turned out to be a ranting video. I hope you liked my other little short clips, because those were at Montezuma Castle. Indians built that back in the 1100 to 1400 year. It was very, very interesting. And then the little caves were in the mountainside that were rooms behind the little circles, the holes in the mountain. And it showed what they looked like on the inside. It was awesome. And I felt the energy. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're having a good day. I'm going to end this video now. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. I'm sending you all love, light, and peace. Bye.